Hey, what's going on, people? This is Terrell Andretti, and I am the Narc's nemesis. If y'all are watching me on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That way, it helps YouTube push this content out. Um, Man, y'all excuse me because my hair is looking rough right now. I'm on the road, so I don't let too many barbers touch my hair. But we're here. Um, if y'all are interested in listening to my music that's based on my narcissistic experience, um, all you got to do is go to whatever platform that you listen to music on and type in my name. It's Terrell Andretti. It's Terrell Andretti, and I actually make music based on my narcissistic experience. I do rap, rock, and pop music, but my narcissistic experience music has been rap. I mean, pop and rock. So, y'all check that out. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I think y'all would get some satisfaction and some enjoyment out of hearing the art behind a narcissistic experience. So, y'all check that out and y'all let me know what y'all think. But anyway, I want to talk to y'all because I see a lot of um, comments. I try to read all y'all comments. We're getting up there in subscribers, so I'm trying to keep up with everybody. And I want to thank y'all because we have reached over 1,000 subscribers. Some of y'all have been with me since I had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20 subscribers. So I appreciate y'all liking and commenting and subscribing and just helping me push the content out. But anyway, I don't wasted 2 minutes rambling, so let me get into it. I see a lot of y'all saying, well, the narcissist doesn't care, they moved on, and it seems like they're unbothered. Why would they care if they got this supply, that supply, and they just get away scot-free? And I used to think these same things because I'm trying to explain this correctly. I used to think the same thing because my idea of revenge was go do it yourself. Or I gotta see it. I gotta touch you. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be the one to put it in motion. But that comes from understanding revenge on surface level. See, a lot of people, they think revenge is just the physical. Oh, I gotta hurt you. Oh, you gotta go to jail. Oh, I gotta put my hands on you. I gotta do this. That surface level revenge. You punch somebody in the eye, shit, they can go put ice on it. They'll be healed in, a couple of days, a week, or whatever. You break somebody's bones, it'll heal in how many ever, weeks it takes for that bone to heal. You cut somebody, they get stitches, they can patch that shit up. True revenge, true revenge, and the most devastating revenge is cerebral in your mind. You gotta think, after your narcissistic experience, how much, and some of us still go through this, how long did the memory of that live in your head? How many days did you wake up and that was the first thing you think about? How many songs came on the radio that reminded you of them and it just tore you apart your whole day? How many places have you went to where you're like, damn, we used to come here and eat? Or damn, we used to go here. Damn, we used to ride over here. We used to do this. And that had the power to affect your whole day, your whole week, your whole month, and some of us your whole year, because that thought and that memory haunted your brain. It kept replaying, kept replaying. Certain situations y'all went through, certain conversations y'all had, they replay in your head over and over and over and over again. And it damn near breaks you down until you go through the proper channels to recover from this thing. And it takes a while. So, be kind to yourself and have patience with yourself. That's revenge. And I'm saying all that to say the revenge that the narcissist receives, a lot of the times you won't see it because it's not physical. It's not physical. It's up here. Because you got to think, it may look like they're unbothered because of the masquerade that they put on that they're not bothered. And I'm going to tell you a secret. The more somebody has to convince you of something, the less likely it's true. Because, those that have healed from this are on, the better side of the spectrum of this thing. They can attest, when you're healed or when you're over that hump, you don't care to prove anything. You don't care what they're doing. You don't care who they're talking to. You don't care if you ever hear from them or see them again. You're not, you're not giving it any energy. You're nipping it in the bud. I'm gonna tell you how you can tell that the narcissist is bothered by your absence. And it might not be for you as a person, but what you provided, feeling, financial, place to stay, whatever it is, because they still have a human aspect to them. If you're any kind of human, I don't care if you're narcissistic, I don't care if you're bipolar, I don't care what DSM-5 that you have going on up here. If somebody's a good person to you, you're gonna remember them. Because you go through too much shit in life. There's too many bad times in life. There's too many bad situations in life that we all experience to not remember the good, to not reflect on the good, to not revert back to the good. So you got to think, they're on social media, they're posting all these pictures with the new supply, and they're going here, they're going there, they're doing this, they're doing that. And I'm going to tell you why they do a lot of that. They do this because, for one, they know a lot of y'all are still watching them. And I've been there. I kind of blocked mine immediately because when I discarded mine, I kind of knew, like, I'm not coming back here. But anyway, they know a lot of y'all are still watching. And I'm not condemning you for it because it's part of the healing process. You see enough, you'll stop. They know you're still watching, so they're trying to get a reaction out of you, especially if you discarded them. Oh, they want a reaction. If you let them go, they want a reaction. They're doing all this, they're posting this, posting that, convincing. Trying to convince you that they moved on. Trying to convince you that you weren't worth doing this for. Trying to convince you that you are less than you actually are. Keyword, convince. If you're sure about something, you don't need to convince anybody of anything. If somebody's convinced that you're a horrible person, if somebody's convinced that they're through with you, if somebody's convinced that you aren't worth what you really are, why are they putting in so much effort to do so? Because I'm going to tell you, if I left a toxic relationship and I moved on and I'm truly happy, I don't care to prove to you that I'm truly happy. I'm going to operate in my happiness. I'm going to operate in moving on. I'm going to operate in healing. I'm going to operate in my future. But they're still they're posting this, they're posting that because they want you to see it, because they want to get a reaction out of you. They want you to call them. They want you to reach out. They want you to say, "Oh, well, I thought you were single. I thought you needed this." Da, 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 da. They just want to get you riled up, and it works because especially if you're fresh out of that thing, you're still wrapped in your emotions, and it's normal. You're still wrapped in your emotions, so you're not thinking logically. And logic and emotion cannot operate effectively together without one being compromised. That's why it takes for you to get out of this thing and be on the outside looking in to start thinking logically. Because while you're in it, you're in your emotions. So there is no logic there, because if there was, logic would have took us out of these situations before we got damaged, before we got too deep, before we had to learn these lessons. But when you get out of it, that's when the logic kicks in and it overrides the emotion. That's when you start healing. When your logic overrides your emotion, that's when you start healing. They cannot operate on the same side of the spectrum without one compromising the other. So, a lot of people are saying, well, narcissists don't ever get their revenge. Karma. They don't ever get their karma. They don't ever get the same, treatment that they give out to people. They do. They actually get it worse. They get karma every day. Them being who they are is karma. Because you got to think, all that love you gave them, right? It might have not been received, but you had it to give. And while you were giving it, in those sporadic moments where it was received by them, or anybody else that you ever loved or you love, in those moments where you're giving that love away, sometimes even when it's not being received, it's one of the best feelings in the world. You feel so fulfilled, you feel human, you feel alive, and you feel hopeful. They cannot feel that. Imagine not being able to feel love. Imagine if you got kids and your kids say, "I love you," and you're like, I don't know what that is. Imagine anybody that you care about saying, "Hey, I love you," and you're not able to experience that from an emotional level. Imagine whatever you like doing, whatever your hobbies are, whatever your goals, your dreams, your aspirations, even if it's just going to the gym. Imagine not being able to be fulfilled by that. Imagine not being able to enjoy it. It's like having your favorite Your favorite meal in front of you, whatever it is. It's right in front of you. And let's say there's a buffet of whatever kind of meal you like, whatever your favorite food is. Say there's an all-you-can-eat buffet of that type of food. And you can eat all you want, but you can't taste it. That'll piss you off, right? That's how the narcissist feels about you and your characteristics, your greatness, your resilience. Because I think I mentioned in one of my earlier videos, but I'm going to touch on it again because we got a lot of new subscribers. They'll never tell you this. Now, I take that back because mine has mentioned it a couple of times, but they secretly admire you. The way they can put you through stuff and you're strong enough to deal with it, the way the world can put you through stuff and you're strong enough to deal with it, the way life kicks you in the ass and you keep going, the way you get up and go to work, the way you function, the way you're a normal human being, the way you're able to give them love, the way that no matter how bad they beat you down, you get up and you still love. The way you walk in a room and people are attracted to your light and your presence, the way you light up the room, the way people are receptive to you and who you are as an individual. They admire that because trust me, they're watching. They're very observant. They're watching how you move. They're watching how people receive you. The reason they're watching is because they're amazed by it, and also they got to figure out what makes you tick. They got to figure out where your weaknesses are. But in the midst of that, they get intrigued, which is why they're attracted to you in the first place, by the way you function, because the way that you function, they never can, they never could. And in their mind, if they get close enough to you, they can take those traits from you. That's why in their magical thinking, they think if I treat him bad enough and treat you bad enough, and I take away their good qualities, and I take away all their characteristics, they'll transfer over to me. And that's what triggers the abuse, when they figure out they cannot take those characteristics. That has to be in you. It can't be borrowed. It can't be bought. You're either a good person or you're not. And they admire you because deep down inside, you're everything that they want to be. Human, kind, loving, empathetic. Everything they want to be. They can't tell you that because then the manipulation wouldn't work. The key to manipulating somebody is convincing them that they're below a standard. And on top of being below a standard, they have to impose the desire to want to chase whatever standard has been set. They admire you. They just hate the fact that they do. Because deep down they need you. And they know it and they hate it. Because they can't regulate their emotions on their own. They can't. They don't have the energy to go find new supply without you. without the energy you give them when they piss you off, when they cheat on you, when they do this, when they do that, when they do this, they do that. That's why they provoke these reactions out of y'all. Because they use that energy to go do all their mischief. That's why it burns them when they don't get any reaction out of you. You have more power than you think. Their job is to make you think you're powerless, to make you think you're beneath them, to make you think that you're below a standard so they can keep you chasing theirs. And when you figure out that you are the standard, you flip the script. That's why they hate losing control. Because to gain control of somebody, you have to convince them that they're not in control at all. That's all they did. They hijacked you. They hijacked your spirit. They hijacked your soul. They hijacked your emotions. And you didn't know what power you possessed, so you damn near voluntarily gave it away. Don't let these people define you. Don't let the revenge that you don't see anger you, because it's there. I'm going to tell you something about karma. You do not walk this earth being a shitty human being and not reap what you sow. So you might not see it, not at first, but if you're lucky enough, God will, when he feels like you're ready, I'm going to tell you another reason y'all don't see the karma. It's because you're not emotionally ready to handle it. What I mean by that, you might be still attached to them. So if God allows you to see their karma by you still being emotionally attached to them, you'll interrupt their karma and save them from it. That's why a lot of y'all haven't seen it yet. You're not ready to. And then I wouldn't worry about it anyway. And it's easier said than done. And I've been here. I'm just saying from my point of view. I wouldn't worry about it anyway, because you got healing to do. You got a story to tell. Some of y'all will probably be starting YouTube channels, writing books, and I encourage y'all to do all of this, whatever helps you navigate your situation. I never thought in a million years I'd be on YouTube telling people my relationship problems. But I know it's